Or in demonstrating, as you're saying, wearing our shoe leather, you know what they were demonstrating for more public housing, for jobs, for welfare, food stamps, public school, and public housing, and anything that you cannot measure, and the black kid cannot inherit. A black kid can't inherit food stamps and welfare.
I wish we could, though, Dr. Clark. I ain't gonna lie. I know that's not a good pride perspective.
But you can't inherit.
I wish I can inherit some food stamps.
See, you see what I'm saying?
What's good to the tribe? It's Wanaghi. Want to stop by and drop this video off to you guys. But before we start, stop, hit the like button, and I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody's feeling safe, secure, and as healthy as can be. I want to say thank the Creator for this Friday, waking me up and definitely starting me on the right foot. And I hope everybody is having a good Friday too. But this video today is coming from the God's honest truth. And this is one of Charlemagne's channels, or one of Charlemagne's platforms. Charlemagne the God, that is. And I want to say shout out to South Carolina, South Cackalack, 803, the Metro, Broad River Road, Riverside, Pine Valley. Man, I can go on and on and on. But shouts out to the South, the North, the East, and the West. All my urban engines out here. But I want to give a special shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. And this is who has this interview with Chico Bean. One thing I think we messed up with is we never really talk with our elders. We're starting to do it now, but back then when we were younger, we let it go in one ear and come out the other. I remember being in cookouts and you know what older people say, stay out of grown folks' business. But you will always be trying to listen in. I wish I was, with what I know now, I was younger again and could listen in to some of the combos they would talk about in the past. Because like the saying says, if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. Or if you don't know your past, you're bound to repeat it. So I just think we have to get better at this. But the video is called Is Capitalism Cap? And Dr. Anderson goes into the history of capitalism, from foreigners coming here to enslaving, POWs, just all of the sorts. Capitalism, how we didn't get any benefits from things that were done for us, taking the land and things like that. He goes into how other races shop within and we shop with everybody else. Like we have a code in the hood of the streets where it's like, it's no snitching allowed. It's an underlying code. Every hood knows it. Across the United States, that is. No snitching. But we don't have a code to say, let's spend within our own. Let's buy melanated, or let's buy with us. Why is that? Why do we shop with everybody else and not our own? He talks about how a lot of things done in the past were never there to really help us at all. How we're still the same small percentage of wealth in America that we've always been. It hasn't moved at all. It may have went up a little bit, but it's not even a percent for real. One thing I got good a couple years ago, Queen Latifah said, always sign your own checks. Meaning, be your own boss. Set your own rules and standards for things to happen. Because us going to working for somebody else, we're only making somebody else richer. Well, granted, we have to pay our bills. But I just think this is something we should put in our brains to try and make it a goal to, everybody needs to start a business, whether it's a small business or what may have you. This is how we get our wealth back. I know people are talking about restitution and reparations, but what can we do now to help our situation? What can we do now? I think if it was thousands and millions of melanated, carbon-based business owners, urban Indian, or whatever you want to call yourself, business owners out here, I think it would be a problem. I think we would be able to start this foundation that everybody's talking about. Remember, I said we're the foundation. Our children are the ones that are going to carry out what we put down. They're going to be the one to see change. I know everybody thinking they're going to see change here now, but they're going to be the ones to see the real change. But we have to be that base, that foundation. Like if you ever took jujitsu, it's 3 things: base, leverage, technique. It makes the triangle. We have to be the foundation that all these people are talking about today. Foundation. Are we the foundation? Are we? Because we could sit here and look for paperwork and all this stuff all day long. But what are we doing now to change our situation and be that foundation for our children to stand on, so when we leave this realm or this earth or plane or whatever you want to call it, they'll have something to fall back on. They'll have something to stand on to know that their parents or their forefathers listen. They listened to their actual past and made something different out of it, and we didn't repeat what happened. But with these clips, I'm gonna put them all together. I'm not even gonna space them out. I just want you guys to catch a little bit of what's going on. And I'm gonna put the video in the description box. Make sure you guys hit the description box and watch the whole entire interview. Gems. He's dropping gems the whole time. And I know this is Dr. Anderson's field. This is what he talks about all the time when he's everywhere. But this video right here, it kind of hit a little bit better. Let's get it.
For us to start to get to that point of generating black wealth.
Fine. What's first we have to do is learn how to practice group economics, group politics. They say, and one of the 2 things that hurt us most during the slavery, and it had not been focused on. One was that our wealth was stolen from us. Black folk weren't poor people when they were slaves. They weren't holding their assets, but they had one thing, was the most powerful, strongest, wealthy, valuable thing on earth. You know what that was?
No, sir.
Their labor. You know, some billionaire, some black billionaires right now, they got all kind of money, discretionary money to spend. They'll go all the way to South Africa, someplace, set up a girl for schools out in the damn jungle. Now, how the hell is it going to help the masses of black folk to go around into the jungles of South Africa, way off in the desert, and do something for those? Why don't you do something for some of these blacks right here in the United States? If you got $1 billion and you're a billionaire, do something in Chicago for all these black kids that are sleeping on the streets and no money, no food, no clothes. Go to our own people. We only buy for our own people. We only support our own people. You black folk will buy from any and everybody. Because you don't have a code of conduct, it doesn't mean anything to you. That's why you all can't get ahead. Because you don't play as a team. You all play as individuals. And you listen to these black activists on the streets saying, we're not a monolithic people. You know, just because he did it, we don't have to do it. He's wrong. All of you should play as a team. Even if you don't like something that the group is going to do, you should play along with the team, and so you got team power. Wealth and power follows the numbers.
So those were just a little bit of clips from Chico Bean and Dr. Claude Anderson's interview. Like I say, we got to change it some type of way. We can't keep going through this. Our ancestors have been marching and doing all this stuff forever. And what has happened? What has changed? We're still the same percentage of wealth that we've been forever. Like I say, we're the foundation. So I hope people are getting this on this Friday. And I want to say shouts out again to Charlemagne the God for actually putting this out on this platform. And thank the creator again for this Friday. Shout out to everybody that is off tomorrow and for people like me that have to work tomorrow. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, definitely share. If you mess with me, definitely support the channel. And I love you guys. Feathers up, tribe up, wise up, rise up.
Well, how can we thrive under the capitalism? Like, is it possible? With that being said, you say it's the best thing for us we got going. How do we thrive in it? How do we as black people thrive under this system?
We thrive because we get some surplus capital in. We pool our own money. We pool our own money, buy our own product and services. And we build our own factories and industries in our own communities. And in our own communities, we have not one single community in America that's black. Not one.
And a lot of black neighborhoods, no black communities.
All we got are black neighborhoods. A black neighborhood is where you eat and sleep. A black neighborhood is like a bucket with a hole in it, pouring water and it runs out. Everybody knows you cannot be a competitive group with no communities.